everyone and welcome back to my true crime channel. I hope you're all well. Today I want to discuss the Summer Wells case again. I know I'm completely obsessed by this case. I'm completely fascinated by it. But what I want to discuss today is whether that last video, apparently of Summer in the car with the milk bottles on the day of her disappearance, was it really filmed on the day of her disappearance? So I'm sure you're all aware of the case of missing 5-year-old Summer Wells, missing since the 15th of June in Hawkins County in Tennessee, USA. It's a case that is captivating, especially people on YouTube, but it's certainly captivating people in America, now in the UK, and hopefully throughout the world. I hope that her case is spreading and news is spreading. But what has been worrying me and concerning me since I first heard of this case is whether that video of Summer in the car was actually filmed on the day of her disappearance, or is it a video filmed prior to her disappearance to make it look like she disappeared on the 15th of June? So I have started to wonder over the past 5 weeks since Summer disappeared, could that video not have been filmed on the day that she goes missing, apparently the 15th of June? Could that video have been filmed a day or a couple of days before, or even weeks before, and it was used to make it look like that Summer was definitely around on the 15th of June? And what I'm now wondering is, could it be that Summer didn't go missing on the 15th of June, it happened on another day, and was it that she didn't actually go missing at all? Was it that she was either murdered, I know that's horrible, but it could be possible, or was it that she had an accident and that it was covered up, but not on the 15th of June, potentially days before? So obviously I hope I'm wrong with my thoughts and views on this. I hope Summer hasn't come to harm. I hope there wasn't an accident that was covered up. I really hope that that's not what's gone on here, but it doesn't add up to me, this case. There's so many things that stink. There's so many things that don't make sense. It really wouldn't surprise me if that video had been faked to look like it happened on the 15th of June, but it actually happened days before. And could it be that Summer had an accident ahead of the 15th of June, but we're led to believe it happens on the 15th of June? Obviously, this could be a completely wrong theory on my part, but I have had a lot of you commenting similar things below, agreeing with certain things that I think that perhaps that video was faked to look like it happened on the day of Summer Wells' disappearance. Now, obviously, if that's true, that leads us to more questions. If you're naturally interested in true crime, it leads you to more questions of why fake the video? What happened to Summer if she didn't go missing on the 15th of June? Did she go missing on a day prior? Did she come to harm on a day prior to June the 15th? And the video has been made to look like that. Surely the video would have a timestamp on whatever device that it was filmed on. If it was filmed on a mobile phone, there would be a date and a time on the phone. Now, I'm pretty certain you can mess around with things like that if you know what you're doing with editing, but I wouldn't have thought whoever took that video would know how to do that. I imagine you need to be quite tech savvy in order to do that, and I'm not even certain it's possible. It might be, but I'm pretty certain that that video maybe, and as always it's just my opinion, was not filmed on June the 15th, apparently the day Summer Wells goes missing. So what I'd love to know from you guys, as always, is have you heard this? Have you heard this theory? Do you think this theory? Do you think the video was filmed on the day of Summer's disappearance? Or do you think it was filmed on a day prior and the video has been put out by Summer's mother, Candace, to make it look like Summer went missing that day? Do you think it's complete hooey and complete rubbish and just more rumours? Because there are a lot of rumours in this case, and I do appreciate that. So it could be wrong, but it's just my personal thought on it. I haven't got it from anywhere. I've just been thinking it for a number of weeks now, that perhaps that video, that strange video of Summer where, you know, it's commented on by apparently the grandmother, although some people say it was a 15-year-old. I don't know, but it was definitely Candace driving and Summer sitting in the back seat. Whether her arm was still propped up or whether it was all right, and her arms do look a bit weird in the video. A lot of people think she looks deceased. Personally, I think she might be, or she's maybe hurt her head, because there's bruising that you can see on her head and in the inner parts of her eyes, and I think an outside bit of an eye has got what looks like a bruise. Again, it could just be lighting and we could all be wrong, because as always we're just speculating. We're not there. We're not involved in the search for Summer. We don't know what went on, but that video has never made much sense to me. Why was there such emphasis put on whether Summer's arm was still all right? I have heard that maybe if she'd had a head injury at the creek, her arm may have been affected by the head injury. I also had an extremely interesting comment, so thank you. I'm going to get back to you, from someone that knows a lot about dead bodies, and they personally do think Summer's dead in that video. people like that, I'm so grateful if you comment on my videos, because you have such a good knowledge of things like that. Thankfully, I don't know that much about dead bodies, but to the people out there that can work in that profession, thank you, because it cannot be an easy job. But thank you for sharing your thoughts and views on me with me and you guys. If you do know anything more about dead bodies and decomposition and whether arms would move if a head had been injured, obviously I don't know everything there is to know about things like that. And there have been so many people that are nurses and doctors that I've had comment. Some of you think she's deceased, some think not. And as always, I know not everyone's going to agree with me, but I love to know different views that aren't the same as mine, views that are the same as mine. But whatever your view, whether it's the same as mine or not, I love to know it. So as always, pop your comments below, please. I mean, where this video is concerned, if it could be proved that Candace definitely was with that 15-year-old boy that day, the boy's mum can say that that's true, perhaps they were spotted, they could have been caught on CCTV. If the grandmother went to the ER or to go and get this prescription from a medical place like a hospital, that would have all been recorded. The prescription would have been recorded. There would be CCTV, I would imagine, or some sort of admission, you know, where you have to sign in a book to say that you're seeing a doctor or something like that. There must be a computer system, a written book, or a camera that recorded that woman, the grandmother, going into the hospital or the ER, wherever it was that she went to get the prescription, because there's varying reports as to whether she went to the ER or not. But whatever medical place she got that prescription, there must be a record of her going there. And if that happened on the 15th, that doesn't necessarily mean the video was filmed on the 15th, but if that boy, the 15-year-old boy, was definitely with Summer and her mother on the 15th and not any other day for weeks prior, it would lead you to believe the video is true. The one way to know if the video is true is for someone to look at the timestamp. That would tell us all whether it was or was not filmed on the 15th of June. Now, I'm sure the police must be looking into this video. It's circulated around the internet so fast. The police must have looked at it. They must be able to see a timestamp. And if they think it's suspicious, they're certainly not going to tell us at the moment. They're not going to tell us if they have a person of interest. But what they have said is they don't think it's a kidnap. I'm thinking of doing a video on that entire subject altogether. I'm surprised they've come out and said they don't think it's a kidnap, but apparently that is one of the latest bits of news in this case. It's such a fast moving case. There's news every hour of every day. There's a new video on YouTube being uploaded. I'm finding it quite difficult to keep up with the case, but I'm trying my best. But there are so many things that I don't hear being in the UK. So if you know anything about the case, if you've heard if someone's been found, fingers crossed, please let me know. If you've heard that Don has returned home, if you've heard where Don went, had he left Candace or just needed a bit of time to himself? If you know for definite, please let me know. If you know any more about this video, you know, if you've heard any more as to why it wasn't filmed on the 15th, or if you've thought that all along, please share with me. If you think it was definitely filmed on the 15th, let me know as well. I'd love to know either way what your opinion is, but something about that video isn't right. The milk bottles being propped up against cold milk bottles. Some people have said that when you go swimming in a lake, I mean, I have done, but not for some years now, you're often cold afterwards. In Tennessee, the evenings occasionally can be chilly if you live up near the mountains. So the coat in the car could make sense now, but the video doesn't make much sense. The emphasis on her arm doesn't make much sense. The milk bottles don't make much sense. I mean, even if I was hot, I just wouldn't sleep against milk bottles. It seems odd. And if the car had aircon, why would someone need to sleep against milk bottles unless she was really hot? And it was like, you know, really hot in Tennessee. I have heard it was apparently 70 odd. I don't know if that's true. I wasn't there. I don't know the temperature that day, but 70 isn't boiling hot. It's reasonably warm. But it's not enough, in my opinion, to want to sleep against milk bottles. And if you were cold after swimming and you've got a coat on, why are you propped up against cold milk bottles if you're apparently cold? Not hot? This makes no sense. This case is so confusing. I'm so baffled. Every day I spend quite a lot of hours looking into the latest news on the case, trying to figure out what's happened to Summer, trying to figure out her parents. Has Don come home? Has Don not come home? God knows. I can't get my head around it. It's such an odd case, but I will keep looking into it. I do plan on doing more videos on it. I have a statement analysis video of Don's telephone interview that he did a week ago that I'm going to be doing. I hope to have that up for you in the next 7 days or the next 4 or 5 days maybe. But I will do more videos as and when I hear more. I will be covering other cases soon, but because I'm so obsessed and fascinated with Summer's case, I will be doing a few more of the videos on her case in the next week. But as always, guys, please share your thoughts with me on the case. Let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think happened to Summer? And as always, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Right, anyway, guys, as always, I hope you're well and staying safe. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you, and welcome to my true crime family. I hope to see you all back soon in the comments, and I hope you're all enjoying my videos. And as always, I'll be back very soon with another true crime video. Bye for now.